Alright, it's Hazy Tarot here, and I'm about to do a tarot card horoscope reading for Gemini for the month of March. Now, I'm doing it a little bit different from last month, where I did one card for the overall theme of the month, and then 4 cards for each week of the month. So I'm still going to do those 4 cards for each week, but instead of drawing that one card for everybody, I'm going to give you the opportunity to personalize it a little bit. So if you say subscribe and then comment saying that you want that 5th card, then I will draw one for you personally, so not everyone's going to get the same card, and I will explain that in the comments about what that means and how that can relate to you over the month. So if this one doesn't seem to be relevant or resonate, then go check out your rising sign or your moon sign, because I'm doing the tarot card readings for all of them. So let's begin this. Now, first week of the month, we have the 7 of coins. So, as we see here, we got a farmer who's sort of harvested his crops, and it's not as good as he thought it would be. So, in this first week, it's sort of a sign that maybe something you've been trying to do isn't going to end up as perfect as you wanted it to. Now, how good it ends up could actually be really good, just not up to your standards. Everyone else may seem to think that it is really good, but for some reason you're probably just expecting a lot better. And you could be a bit disappointed by that. But there's sort of a moral to this where, like, what's happened is now in the past and you can't do anything to change it. So there's no point being sad about it. You just gotta look at things positively, concentrate on what's happening right now, don't look towards the past, and just continue on doing what you find important, and the future will take care of itself and it will get better. So, second card for the second week of March, we have the Star. So, the stars represent long-term goals. So maybe in this first week, what you were concentrating on, what didn't end up as good as you thought it would be, was something to do with one of your long-term goals. And although it didn't end up as good as you thought, that goal is still reachable. It's still a long way away. This is something that it's a really long-term goal for you, something you're looking towards the future. It's still there, it's still in your sights. And maybe even you have learnt something from the week before, and you can incorporate it into achieving this long-term goal a lot better. So this second week, really concentrate on those long-term goals, because this is a sign that you can really move forward with them. Okay, so the third week, we've got the 7 of Swords. Now, the swords are generally going to represent ideas and thoughts here. Now, with relation to your long-term goals here, this could be someone actually trying to steal your idea and use it for their own use. So if you have something that's really like sort of a good idea and unique and you don't think many people have thought of before, then maybe it's a good idea to keep that to yourself and don't go around telling everybody, because there are a lot of opportunistic people around there, and they can people do steal ideas and take them for yourself. But this is also a sign with your goals to actually look around and see what everybody else is doing. If someone does have something similar there, you can always see how they're doing, maybe get some sort of advice from them, or maybe even just like use their idea for yourself. So you're allowed to do that. Maybe don't steal like the exact idea, but usually look for other people doing similar things for inspiration to achieve your long-term goals. So in this 4th week, we have the Queen of Cups. So this is going to represent someone in your life. It's not you, but it's going to be an adult female, someone who's extremely emotional, someone who's up and down a lot of the time. They are also very intuitive, but they could be a little bit depressed. Maybe things haven't been going well for them, and they're having trouble lifting themselves back up into a good mood. Now, as a Gemini, you're an air sign, and you do have a very strong analytical side. Maybe you don't use it all the time, but now is the time to use your analytical and intelligence sign to try and sort of make this person's life better, because they're just not having a good time here and they're sort of sunk back and not thinking about things properly. It's time to use your intelligence to actually show this person that they're not sort of in the right frame of mind, and that they have to sort of get out of it and sort of concentrate on other things in their life to make themselves happier. So that's it for those 4 cards. If you want the 5th card, the personal card for yourself, then comment and subscribe and I'll draw one for you and explain it for you. So thanks for listening. Hope it made sense for you.